everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're here at Mrs. Knott's Chicken Restaurant for a Boysenberry Festival Sunday brunch. This brunch is for a limited time and will feature a boysenberry champagne service, an omelette station, and other boysenberry themed foods. We were just here for opening day of the festival and had a bunch of great food, and we can't wait to see what the brunch has in store. So come along with us on this episode of
The Walker Chronicles. This brunch runs every Sunday from March 20th to April 24th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. except for April 17th. The price is $38 for adults, $28 for seniors 62 and over, and $18 for kids 3 to 11. Reservations can be made online at opentable.com. Okay, so I'm a huge breakfast fan, so my first stop was at that omelet station. They have a bunch of different ingredients. I got bacon, ham, sausage, cheese, and some broccoli to make it healthy. Wow, first impressions are everything, and the second I cut this open, all this melty, gooey cheese came out. I'm super excited about this. All right, let's try this thing. Well, that was delicious. It has a little bit of everything in there. It had the bacon, the ham, it even had some broccoli, the cheese. Everything's cooked perfectly. This is really delicious.
When you walk in this place, the smell of everything that's cooking is just incredible. My first plate is going to be, it's kind of single bites of all the non-breakfast foods. I have everything from meatballs to ribs, a couple of different versions of mac and cheese. It's the regular one and the boysenberry flavored. And they also have regular mashed potatoes and boysenberry mashed potatoes. I have some salmon with some boysenberry drizzle, enchilada, and some posole. There's still a whole bunch more, the breakfast foods, the carving stations, and the desserts. So I'm hoping to be able to get just a little bit of each of these things and try them. I can't wait to dig in. Like I said, the smell of this is just hypnotizing. So one of the other things that we were excited for was this brunch comes with boysenberry champagne. So cheers to Knott's and their Boysenberry Festival and this wonderful brunch. Let's see what this tastes like. Oh, that is so good. So it's not a dry champagne. You can taste the boysenberry. It's not heavily flavored, but it's definitely there. And that champagne taste that you are kind of used to, it's kind of mellowed out because of that boysenberry flavoring. I love this.
All right, so my turn to try out this boysenberry champagne. I love boysenberry. Not a huge fan of champagne, but I think you combine the two. Hopefully it'll do the trick. Wow, that's delicious. That is really delicious. I think sometimes champagne can be kind of strong or maybe a little dry. I think the boysenberry really offsets that. Yeah, this is really delicious.
I'm gonna try the salmon with boysenberry glaze. Salmon is cooked really nicely. It's really moist, and that boysenberry glaze on top adds a nice tang to it. I think I'm gonna go back for more after I finish this plate for sure. Next, I'm going to try the two versions of the mac and cheese. I'm going to start with the boysenberry one only because it sounds a little odd. Strangely enough, it's really good. I didn't think I was going to like it. I thought that boysenberry flavor was just going to ruin it, and it doesn't. It's not really strong. You still taste the cheese with a little bit of sweetness, just a hint. It looks a little strange, but don't let it scare you. Next, I'm gonna try the boysenberry mashed potatoes. Purple, of course. Those are really good too. I will tell you, anything that has kind of a boysenberry in it, you're gonna get those little seeds in there. So as you're biting down, you're gonna get a little bit of a crunch, and just know that it's a seed. It's not something that shouldn't be there. It is really good. I think I would prefer the regular mashed potatoes with some country gravy though, but it is still really good. Next up is the bao bun. See? Some pork in there, some of that drizzled boysenberry sauce on top. That was super tasty. The bao bun is nice and soft from being steamed. The pork is flavored very well, and you taste that Chinese 5 spice in there. I love it, and it even came with a side of kimchi. Next up, the chicken enchilada. This didn't have any boysenberry anything to it, just a chicken and cheese enchilada. Just like I thought, it tastes just like a chicken and cheese enchilada. Pretty hard to mess up, so yeah, it tastes really well. Seasoned really well. The sauce on top, the enchilada sauce, is not spicy, so you don't have to worry about that. Next up, the boysenberry meatball. I expect this to be incredible. That was delicious. Nice and moist, seasoned really well. I can see myself getting a big scoop of mashed potatoes and putting these meatballs over it and drizzling it with a little bit more boysenberry sauce. Perfect. Now to try the spare rib with boysenberry barbecue sauce. Well, I had higher hopes for the spare rib. Very salty and a bit on the tough side. So the buffets, you know, they have to burn and churn these chicken dishes over and over again all day long. So this probably didn't get enough love in the oven or for cook time. Still good, but like I said, it is salty. So you're gonna need a lot of mashed potatoes to mellow out that salt, and a little bit on the tough side. All right, so now to try the pozole. And I'll say, as I was pouring it into the bowl, there's a lot of chicken in this pozole, not so much hominy. So maybe the ratio is a little off, maybe just for today, hopefully. I like a good ratio of hominy and chicken. Let's give this a shot. So I know we just had pozole inside the park for the Boysenberry Festival, but I have to say, I kind of am preferring this one a little bit more. Like I said, it has more chicken in here. The broth is seasoned and flavored really well. I think this one takes it for Boysenberry Festival.
One of the best things about this breakfast brunch is that they just keep the champagne flowing. As you finish one up, they just serve you another one. All right, so I've gone back for round number 2, and I kept with my breakfast theme. I got some scrambled eggs, I got some sausage, I got a waffle with boysenberry maple syrup, and I got a French toast stick as well with boysenberry maple syrup. It smells delicious because of those boysenberries right now. Okay, let's give these scrambled eggs a try. My expectations are probably exactly what they're going to taste like, which isn't a bad thing. They're just mass-produced scrambled eggs. Let's see. Those are actually pretty good. They're not super dry. Obviously, the bunch I grabbed had not been sitting there for a long time. They taste like good scrambled eggs. They could use a little salt, but that's it. They're actually good. All right, now we're going to try this sausage. Cut a little nice piece. It smells delicious. Well, that's really good. It's nice and moist, nice and tender. It doesn't have a super strong sausage like spicy taste. It's kind of mellow, but it actually tastes really good. This would be perfect with some over easy eggs. But no, that's delicious sausage. All right, now on for the French toast stick with boysenberry maple syrup. God, that smells so good. That's really good. The French toast is nice and crunchy, a little sweet. Then you get that boysenberry syrup on it. Yeah, it tastes delicious. I mean, you could really have a great breakfast here. All right, now to try the waffle with more of that boysenberry syrup. What can I say? It's a waffle. It's crunchy. It's got that great boysenberry syrup on it. Yeah, it just tastes great. It's got a classic breakfast taste, and that really strong bit of boysenberry really makes it over the top.
I went back for my next round and I got some shrimp with cocktail sauce. I got some grits, some beef at the carving station, and also some turkey. See what it tastes like. I'm a little nervous about the carving station items. They look a little bit on the dry side, but that's just the way it goes. Let's try this turkey. So a lot of places you go to a carving station, meats can be sitting out for a little while and get a little dry. The turkey here isn't dry at all. It's nice and moist and tender, seasoned well. It's definitely worth your trip to the carving station. Next up, the beef from the carving station, and they had two different kinds of horseradish. They have a regular horseradish and a boysenberry version. I'm gonna go with the boysenberry horseradish. Nice big dollop. See what it tastes like. That beef is delicious. It's tender, it's moist, seasoned really well. It's not dry at all, so you don't need the au jus, but they do have it just in case. That boysenberry horseradish sauce is excellent. Nice little hint of heat to it, but with a nice sweet undertone to it. I love it. Now on for the grits. I wasn't able to find any butter. They do look a little bit dry. They looked a little bit dry in the pan too, so unless they can pull off miracles, not expecting much, but if you like grits, they're here for you. Well, just like I thought, they're not really dry, but they are a little undercooked. So if you're looking for those nice creamy grits, not really gonna get it here. I think maybe if you added a little bit of maybe some boysenberry syrup or something that you can find from the buffet, it's gonna help these out quite a bit. Now on to the shrimp cocktail. Let's give this a little bit of a squeeze of lemon. I love cocktail sauce. Let's get into that a little bit. So unless these are overcooked, which I highly doubt, these are really hard to mess up. They look delicious though. These are fantastic. That little bit of lemon adds a nice little freshness to it, but they're cooked perfectly. Their cocktail sauce is just the right amount of horseradish to that kind of tomatoey flavor to it. And the best thing is you can have as much shrimp cocktail as you want. It's a whole bed of them. You can just dive right in. Time for dessert. I can't believe that we have room because we've eaten so much, but there's always room for this. On my plate, I have two mini tarts, a strawberry mini tart and a boysenberry mini tart. The boysenberry mini tart looks so cute. It looks like a miniature little pie. And then I have a boysenberry eclair, a little tiny bite-sized one, and a boysenberry puff. See what they taste like? Gotta cut these all up so I can share with Chris, but they all look delicious. All right, my first bite is gonna be of the miniature eclair. Has a little bit of that pastry cream in there. I think the only boysenberry flavoring is gonna be the drizzle on top, but we'll find out in a minute. That was really good, although I will say there's not a whole lot of boysenberry flavor to that. The pastry cream inside is really nice. It's not too sweet, and the puff, the eclair pastry to it, the puff pastry, is nice and fluffy, but I think they need to add just a little bit more boysenberry to this. My next bite is gonna be of the puff. I don't see any boysenberry in here either, so we'll see what it tastes like. So this one, it tastes good also. But again, you don't have that boysenberry flavor, and you don't really need both. Both of these desserts taste exactly the same. They're just in a different form. They're okay. I think I would much rather get something with a little bit more boysenberry, like this tart here that I'm about to try. Let's see what this one's all about. Looks so cute. Oop, it's falling apart a little bit. Look at this. Looks just like a pie. See what it tastes like. That boysenberry mini tart is amazing. It's like having a boysenberry pie, only a single bite full. It's It's not too sweet, but just sweet enough. It has just enough tartness, and that crust, buttery, flaky. That one seems, as of yet, to be my favorite. My last bite from this plate, at least, is the mini strawberry tart. Fresh strawberry with some pastry cream and a buttery crust. That was delicious. I love a pastry cream. It's more of like a custard to it. Strawberry, fresh, sweet, delicious. That crust, buttery, flaky, tender. Which one do I like more? Boysenberry mini tart or the strawberry? I really like strawberry and I like boysenberry, so can we just call it a tie?
All right, so it's my turn for all these different desserts. I'm gonna start off with, I think is gonna be the strongest one, which is the little boysenberry tart. That is delicious. It's a boysenberry pie. It's a bite-sized boysenberry pie. It's phenomenal. I have a feeling it's gonna be hard for these other ones to beat that, but we'll give it a shot. Next, we're gonna try this boysenberry eclair. Let's give it a try. I really enjoy that. I think it tastes really good. Like Maria said, there's not a strong boysenberry taste to it at all. It's just a good little eclair with some pastry cream inside of it. It is very tasty though. All right, so now I'm gonna try the boysenberry puff, which if I hold it from this angle looks exactly the same as the eclair, but let's give it a try. So I think it's a little bit different. I think as it has more dough to it and the cream inside is a little lighter, it's not as thick. I actually prefer the eclair over I do the puff, but it's also a good dish. All right, so now for the strawberry tart. So that is very tasty. The strawberry is nice and fresh, it's nice and sweet, a little bit of tardiness to it. The crust is really flaky and buttery. I think between this and the boysenberry one though, I'd have to go with the boysenberry, just because I prefer boysenberries over strawberries. Okay, so when I first looked at the dessert area over there, this is the one that actually got my attention the most. It is a boysenberry cupcake, and it has boysenberry buttercream icing on it. I love buttercream. I hope it's not some kind of whipped buttercream, and then you've got a real live fresh boysenberry on top, so we'll see what this thing tastes like. All right, so this is a tough one. This is absolutely delicious. The question is, do I like this better than I like the little boysenberry tart? Because they're totally different. One is a fresh fruit type of experience, where this is actually a cupcake. The buttercream is whipped, but not whipped a whole lot. It's still nice, it still tastes like granular sugar in it. It tastes amazing. I think if I had one or the other, I'd have to go for half of each, because I really can't decide which one I like better. This is definitely a must-have. So for our last item, I think is going to be this boysenberry muffin. I'm a huge fan of blueberry muffins, and I love boysenberries even more, so I have high hopes for this. I can already feel it's nice and crunchy on top. Let's see what this thing tastes like. Okay, so it is really good. The top of the muffin is actually very nice and crunchy. The bottom tastes really good. It is a little bit dry, but that's what they give you this stuff for, so you can wash it down. Overall, I still say it's a very good muffin. I just wish it was cooked a little bit less because it'd be a little more moist in the middle. It's still very strong. This would be perfect in the morning, warmed up with some butter on it. That'd be a home run. Wow, are we stuffed. We just finished up here at Mrs. Knott's for the Boysenberry Festival Sunday brunch, and the food was amazing.
Delicious. I think the only miss for me was the grits.
Yeah, the grits were a little hard, maybe a little undercooked, and they needed a lot more butter. But everything from the carving station, the boysenberry treats, the breakfast, the omelet station.
The desserts.
Everything was delicious. And let's not forget the staff. The staff were amazing, attentive. They kept making sure our boysenberry champagnes were always full.
Top.
I know, so you get as much boysenberry champagne as you want. It was an amazing meal.
And they were very patient, so we want to say thank you. You know, coming in with a camera and filming all the food and stuff. You know, we can be a bit of a pain sometimes, so thank you to the staff here. Yep. You were amazing.
Amazing. But we had an amazing meal, and we highly suggest you guys go online, book your reservations at Open Table. If you can't find one, just keep checking because people's plans change all the time.
Yep. So we want to thank you for watching, and if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel as it really helps our channel grow. And until next time, we will see you on the next episode of
The Walker Chronicles.